What's up, guys? It's Showtime's Fight Forum. I'm your boy Showtime, and as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. You already know this is Showtime's Fight Forum, where we talk all things fight related. And I'm hyped. All right, so we have two big events happening this weekend, and that's UFC 274, along with the Canelo versus Bivol. And I mean, people like me who are fight fans, it's just, what can you ask for? What more can you ask for? Granted, the only thing I hate about these is that it's the same time, same day. They normally fight around the same time. So Canelo's probably gonna fight around 11 o'clock, 11:30, which means it's not gonna be the main event for the UFC, but it's gonna be either co-main or it's gonna be like third fight, which sucks because the UFC third fight is gonna be bonkers. Pissed about it, but it is what it is. I'm here to give you guys my fight predictions, my detail-oriented breakdown of each fight, main card, and we will see how accurate I am. I've been awful. And honestly, I'm gonna do some tallies. I'm gonna do my whole year tally so I can see what my stats are, but the past few events, I've been terrible. I'm gonna make it up though. And if you guys have been losing money on me, I apologize. I'm not paying you. That's your fault for gambling. But if you have been winning, slide me a little bit of money. You know, go ahead. My Cash App, Showtime Standard, you already know what it is. So let's go right into the nitty gritty. First fight of UFC 274 is gonna be Joe Lauzon versus Donald Cerrone. In reality, this is a retirement fight for Joe Lauzon. I don't necessarily know about Donald Cerrone because he loves to fight so much. This just might be his last fight in the UFC. They're both veterans. I wouldn't call both of them Hall of Famers. In reality, I don't think neither one are Hall of Famers. They're in the Hall of very, very good. They were at one point very strong fighters, a tough out for anybody, but they never won gold, never really was that close. Donald Cerrone had a couple title shots, but he got waxed every single time. And that kind of just always put me off key. It's like, all right, if you're not going to at least win, be competitive. Nah, every time he went against a champion, he got waxed. Pretty easy. And he just always crumbled in big time. Joe Lauzon is just, once again, he's an all-around good fighter, good power, very good grappler. However, he's not, I don't know if I would call him elite anywhere. The only thing I'll say he's elite is elite heart. Very fun fighter. In my opinion, he's a top 5, top 10 most exciting fighter to ever touch the UFC. If you look at all his bonuses, it's because he's so freaking fun. In reality, this is a terrible matchup for him though. Donald Cerrone is a much better striker. He's still a phenomenal grappler. I have a hard time. Joe Lauzon isn't as active. So in reality, this is just going to be a tough sledding for Joe. And I hate to say this because Joe was actually one of my favorite fighters of all time. Just favorite. Not like I don't think he's the best, but I always love to watch Joe Lauzon fight. Donald Cerrone is going to kick his head off. I think he's going to knock him out, and then this is going to be his last hurrah in the UFC. I'm going to say a head kick KO. I don't necessarily know how the round will go. I'll probably say second round at least, minimum, but we'll see. Joe Lauzon's going to have to pressure. Donald Cerrone does not do well versus pressure fighters. Granted, Joe Lauzon is a pressure fighter. He does like to put pressure on people. However, I don't like Joe Lauzon striking defense, and I think he will get caught in something being a little lazy, and it's going to be a wrap. And I don't see him necessarily trying to take down Donald, but maybe he will. But Donald got good takedown defense, so we'll see how that goes. But like I said, I already gave you who I think is going to win that. So next up is going to be Shogun Rua versus Ovince St. Preux. Now, this was a fight that at one point we thought was going to be the co-main, and if that was the case, this should have been a free fight because this fight is irrelevant. No one genuinely cares about it too much. Shogun should have retired 5 years ago, but he is still fighting. Ovince St. Preux should probably be in Bellator. So it's a name fight in reality, but it's a very irrelevant, no one really cares fight. Now, the fight, this is a part 2, mind you. They've already fought, and it wasn't particularly close. St. Preux knocked him out. And I'm gonna go with the same route and say that he's gonna get knocked out again. Nothing in Shogun's game has showed me that I think he can win. He hasn't improved. He's still a little chinny. Ovince St. Preux is still a powerful man, still more athletic, still younger. So yeah, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an easy dub, but he's gonna get him out of there. Excuse me. Gotta drink some water. All right, so now my third fight. It's not the co-main, but it's gonna be a lot of people's main events. It's the fight that everyone's gonna be looking for. That is Tony freaking Ferguson fighting Michael Chandler. Like, y'all, you want to talk fireworks? You want to talk about fireworks? When I tell you, I am so pumped for this freaking fight. First of all, let's just go ahead and break this out. Tony Ferguson is the uncrowned champ. At one point, he won 9 in a row, killing all the freaking lightweights, which is like so impossible to really do in a lightweight. There's so many dogs, but he was just the guy. We already know Michael Chandler. If you don't consider him the greatest Bellator fighter, he's definitely number 2 greatest Bellator fighter ever. He was the face of the franchise, and then he came to the UFC and set the world on fire after knocking out homeboy, and next thing you know, he gets a title shot, and we already know the story after that. One thing about both fighters is they both are fighters. They are there to fight, they're there to hurt, and they're there to kill or be killed. That's all you're gonna get. Michael Chandler's not gonna wrestle Tony Ferguson, which is the reason why he's lost all his fights. This is gonna be a stand-up, bang-em war. Tony Ferguson is the type of person that if you rock him, you will not rock him again, and he will get better. And he will hurt you. It's a match made in heaven. Michael Chandler's a chinny fighter as well. You hurt him, he gets stronger too, or he'll go to sleep, either or. But it's the memes of a great fight. Tony Ferguson has good power. He has really good uppercuts. He's good at elbows, great jiu-jitsu. Michael Chandler throws bombs, hella athletic, great wrestler. I mean, what are we doing here? This could be a fight night main event. I'm sorry for coughing. I don't know. This cough is annoying. However, how I see this fight going, Tony Ferguson needs a win. I mean, I believe he lost, 3 in a row now? There's no way he's going to stay in the UFC if he loses again. Michael Chandler, in reality, he kind of needs a win too. He's 1-2? It's time for both guys to put up or shut up. I think, and I can see both of them winning. That's the thing. Like that's what makes this fight so tough. Both can win. I will go against the grain and say Michael Chandler will get stopped by Tony Ferguson in the second round. I think the first round is going to be very close, and I think that Michael Chandler is going to land bombs, and he might actually hurt Tony Ferguson. He won't be able to put him away though. Tony Ferguson is the hardest man to finish. Period. And he's going to gas himself out going for a finish in the first round. And then the second round, I just see him piecing Michael Chandler up and cutting him, hurting him. And it's going to get to the point where he's going to have nothing to do because Tony doesn't get tired. And then next thing you know, it's going to be a nasty elbow. It's going to slice him open. And then he's going to uppercut him, drop him. And it's either going to be a submission or he's going to ground and pound. And Michael Chandler's going to be out in a second. That's my prediction. I'm not very confident in it, but I'm very much looking forward to this fight. Now, the co-main event is a very tough fight for anybody to pick. It's a part 2, and it's for the strawweight championship for a truly earned title shot from Carla Esparza, who's been on a warpath and has clearly gotten better in all phases of the game. And then you have Rose, who, in my opinion, needs to start being talked about as a top 3 pound for pound greatest of all time when it comes to women. She is everything you want in a fighter. She has power. She has great jiu-jitsu. She has good cardio. I mean, whatever you want from her, she's very, very good at. And she's very quick, very fast, very light on her feet. Picks and she gets in and out of shots. She's a phenomenal talent. Now she has a chance of getting some redemption now. They fought first ever UFC strawweight championship, and Rose got whooped. Like whooped. That fight was awful. It wasn't even close. She got massacred, and it ran straight through it to the point that I was like, "Oh, Carla's gonna be doing this to everybody." And then we saw what happened after she fought Joanne. Oh, I mean, this isn't the same Rose at all, but this also ain't the same Carla. Stylistically, it's still a terrible matchup for Rose. Rose is still not the greatest at takedown defense. She's good at taking people down now, but I don't think she's the best. She's not the best, but I still don't think she's that great at defending the takedowns. Carla is a really good wrestler. She's good at wrestling you in the middle of the octagon, outside of also wrestling you against the cage, which is something that we really haven't seen tested against Rose, is taking her down in the middle of the cage. Not necessarily just the wall, because the wall she's actually pretty tough to take down. But it's harder to defend a double leg in the middle of that octagon. We'll see how that goes. Then we already know jiu-jitsu. It's a wash. However, we've seen when they fought last time, Carla clearly was better. She was stronger, more dominant. How do I see it going? I think Rose is going to also kick her head off. And she's going to land a really nice kick, and it's going to hurt her really bad, and I think it's going to finish her. Rose is very sneaky. Rose has gotten better, and I know she's looking forward to this fight because at the end of the day, this is a loss that's been on her record. She's never avenged. And this is, I think, if she does beat her, she's beaten everybody that's beaten her. So this is a bit important fight for her. If she does win, there's a gang of different fights she can have next, or she can also go up. Who knows? I don't necessarily see that happening. I don't think she wants that work, but we'll see. And I'm just looking forward to it. But Carla has every chance to win and dominate this fight, just like the first. That's how good Carla has gotten. So I'm very excited. We'll see how that goes. Now the last fight, and the fight that everyone is so pumped about, the fight that's automatically gonna be fight of the night. Granted, people can say Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson can be, but that's a 3-round fight. This is gonna be a 5-round fight, and if it goes 5 rounds, this is 100% going to be fight of the night. And the reason why is because Justin Gaethje does nothing but win bonuses, and guess what Charles Oliveira does as well? Win bonuses. So it's impossible for it not to happen unless somebody gets slept really, really early, which is also very possible, honestly. Simple and plain, we know how these guys fight. They're very predictable in their styles. They fight the same way every single time. They don't do this game plan, let's do something different. Justin Gaethje is a slugger. However, he's a little bit more methodical now, but he's still who he is. Leg kicks, heavy power shots. He loves to dip and throw his overhanded hooks. He's one of the strongest, if not the strongest kicker in the entire world. And we know what he's gonna do. Charles do Bronx, we already know what he's gonna do as well. He's gonna pressure forward, which is crazy because they both like the pressure. But he likes to throw pressure. He's a Muay Thai based fighter, loves kicks, and he's very technical with his boxing and with his strikes with his hands. Very good left hook, power in both his hands. He can hurt you. He's really tricky elbows as well. Very good knees. And we already know jiu-jitsu is not even close. It's the best in the division, and he's 100% watching Justin Gaethje if that fight goes to the ground. And he's the all-time leader in submissions, period. And this man's only like 31 years old. Yeah, good luck beating that record. This fight's gonna be bonkers. I cannot wait for this fight. And I am a Charles Oliveira homer. I've never been so happy, proud, and excited for a fighter's journey, for a fighter's championship run than I am do Bronx. And it's gonna hurt when he eventually loses because unfortunately he will eventually lose. That's just the way, name of the game. He has flaws as far as his striking defense. He will get caught and he'll get beat. Unfortunately, that will happen. Will this be the week? It's possible because Justin Gaethje packs a lot of power. He can break Charles Oliveira down. What I can see as well though, and I don't think Justin's gonna fall for it because I think he's gonna expect it, which will be, he's gonna chop Charles Oliveira's legs down. Charles Oliveira is gonna fall. He is going to pull guard, 100%. Once he pulls guard, Justin Gaethje is not gonna let him up. However, it's gonna get to a point where he does land a lot that's gonna genuinely hurt his leg to the point that he can't get up. And then he'll try to go for the kill, and we'll see how that goes. I can 100% see that happening. I also can see that one thing that I know for a fact Charles Oliveira also does, especially if he gets kicked too high, that's a lot of what Muay Thai fighters do as well, is they're really light on their front foot, and they like to bring it up, which will bring some steam and it won't hurt as much, but it'll still hurt. I hate picking a dog in this because I like both fighters so much. This is Justin Gaethje's last opportunity to get a championship fight, in my opinion. I don't think he'll get one after this. So he's gonna be motivated. He's gonna be going guns a-blazing. Charles Oliveira wrestling is not Khabib, so it will not work the same. However, that doesn't mean he can't get him to the ground, but Justin Gaethje is also a D1 wrestler, and he can very well defend takedowns. Don't let the Khabib fight fool you. This man can defend takedowns. The only way I see that not happening is if Justin Gaethje gasses himself out in the first round, throwing a lot of kicks, a lot of power shots, and going for the kill. If and when he hurts Charles Oliveira, because I 100% see him hurting Charles Oliveira, it's a formality to honestly hurt Charles Oliveira. It's just how Charles Oliveira responds after being hurt. That's when we really see the fight and how that's going to play out. I am still going to go with my dog Charles Oliveira by rear naked choke or triangle in the second round as well. I can also see the third, but I see this is going to be a very fun fight. They're both going to catch each other. Justin Gaethje has a chin. We already know it's hard to get this man out the way. So I don't see that happen. I don't see it by knockout, but I 100% see it by a submission. Charles Oliveira doesn't really go to decision that much anyway. So it's once again, he's another kill to be killed. Justin Gaethje is another kill to be killed. This is just gonna be a fire freaking fight, and I cannot freaking wait. But as always, I want to hear what you guys think. Who do you have winning? And we already know who's gonna be next. All right, because that guy's coming. All right, once again, the Russians are here. So like I said, I'm just excited. I want to hear what you guys think. But as always, this is Showtime's Fight Forum. Make sure y'all stay blessed.